Hello, gorgeous. My name is Dusty, and this is the Scorpio Priestess. If you like my vibe, give me a like and a subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Everybody who has, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you have donated to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you would like a personal read or to join a group for people in separation, you can do that by hitting more in the description of this video. ScorpioPriestess.com. I do have FaceTime reads. I am phasing myself out of video reads, moving on to spiritual coaching, and something has got to lighten my schedule. I have contemplated, meditated, I have prayed, and this is where I'm at. So if you would like a FaceTime read, you can do that by visiting ScorpioPriestess.com. But they are in our FaceTime reads only. With that being said, let's hop into this energy. We are going to do a general as well as finance and career. I do have some energy pulled out for you here, Scorpio, and it's good. Okay. But there's some things here that you need to be honest with yourself about. Tough love. Tough love. It's time to tell the truth about something you have been avoiding. Tell yourself the truth about something, sweetie. You are currently healing past life wounds, past life connections. Number 49, number 18 could mean something to you. A past life connection that you're in right now that is healing wounds, whether you realize it or not. A past life connection that you're in that you maybe need to be honest with yourself about. You need to start being honest about the lessons you've learned, what is good for you, what is not good for you. You will know what you've been lying to yourself about, right? Because we also have, you can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. So there could be number 64. There could be something going on here hidden. Maybe their feelings for you. Maybe the fact that is a spiritual connection, just point blank, period, or something else that's going on. Just because you're in a spiritual connection with somebody does not mean you are supposed to spend the rest of your life with them. Please understand that. Spiritual connections are hard, they're difficult, and they are for growth. They are for learning. They are for spiritual growth. Spiritual growth, number 67. You are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. Congratulations. You are making it through. You are learning the lesson. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it's difficult. Yes, it's complicated. It's everything rolled up into one. It's beautiful. It's sensual. It's intense. It's fiery. It's scary. It's painful as fuck, but spiritual growth, baby. When you meet a soulmate, a counterpart, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't even have to be a lover. It can be a friend, but you just know there's something, you just know that they're part of your tribe. You just know something's different. If it is intimate, it can be explosive, but sometimes that person is too 3D, or sometimes their life, they are not respecting you in the 3D. Sometimes there are many lessons to be learned, like self-love, like self-reliance, like boundaries, like you name it. So whatever the case is here, you're learning a spiritual lesson. All right, you are, but it's time to show yourself a little tough love. Authentic self-expression. Be true to who you are, and your life will change in the most amazing ways. Self-expression. Is there something you need to say, Scorp? Is there something you need to do? Is there something you have been wanting to do, sweetheart? Because if that's the case, start taking steps to do it. Whatever is going on here in your finances, whatever is going on in your life, I feel like for a lot of you, let's pull this one. For a lot of you, there's something that you want to say, the communicator. Your words have power. Whatever you understand that words are spells. If you are speaking lack on your life, do not ever say you can't afford it. Do not ever say you can't do it. You're not good enough. You don't know enough. You're not enough. Don't ever speak those words. You always will find a way. You will find a way to afford it. You will do. You already have it. Holy Spirit, I ask you to bring me my abundance now. I attract money easily and effortlessly. Money comes to me easily. I attract money easily. Start visualizing yourself being where you need to be. Communicate it. There's something here about you and having something to say, Scorpio, and your words being so powerful. Maybe you're being called to be a speaker. Maybe you're being called to speak on something. The queen here, I am empowered, an empowered feminine leader. Some of you are feminine leaders. Some of you um, are women leaders. Maybe you are a leader in your industry. Maybe you are a leader in something, or you're being called to be, right? Scorpios are very, very strong leaders. We typically are leaders. And there's something here that you're being called to say because your words are very powerful. What is coming up for Scorpio? Out of control, climbing the ladder, upward trend, baby, revisiting a job, promotions, connections, meeting people to take you to the right place, meeting people to put you where you need to be in your career. Maybe there's somebody you need to reach out to, somebody you need to network with if you're trying to climb the ladder at work. Fleeting funds, unknown source, being guided, moonlighting, odd jobs, night shift. There's something here you're being guided to moonlight and do. There's something here that the divine is asking you to transition into doing, and maybe that means you have to moonlight first. I did hair full-time and red part-time for a while before I started full-time. I am very blessed, but I just knew that it was time. So once you figure out what you're supposed to be doing, you will just know, Scorpio. You won't even question it. You won't even worry about. You will just say, "Yep, this is for me. This is who I am. This is what I'm supposed to do." Ambition, taking action, hustle, baby, high ranking. Yeah, you're about to be promoted in some way here, or you're about to start your own gig on the side. Okay, because I feel like for some of you, you're getting a shift change at work as well. You could have made a bad investment. You could have given somebody money. You could have done something here that fucked you all the way over, or you could possibly be invested in something that's not really showing much you know gains, funds. You're not gaining from it. So now you're changing something up. You could be going from night shift to day shift. You could be that could be a promotion. Maybe you've been wanting to go from night to days for a long time. Possibly there is something coming up in your office that is a higher ranking job. Apply for it. You're being called to do that. If you see something at work that says that they are hiring for this position, that position, there's something you are supposed to do. You are manifesting money. Okay, you might want to do some money manifestations. You might want to actually sit down and do a manifestation for money. I am a big believer in them. I have a journal that I write in often, and I will tell you now that I've had many, many, many of them come true. Many of my manifestations come in once I got my mindset straight. For a long time, I was in a rut, just barely just fucking dragging myself, right? We can get there. But once you open yourself up and release any blockages and actually believe, baby, it's not, you have to fake it till you make it at first, but you will get there. And winning money, you could possibly win something. Like, honestly, Scorpio, you start manifesting now, you could have a huge win. Something could just fall into your lap. It's not up to you to know how it's going to happen. It's just up to you to keep your vibration high and believe that it is. Believe that it is. How much money do you want to make next month? Put it out there. Manifest a cup of coffee at first, because then you'll see, right? So manifest that somebody is going to buy you a cup of coffee. You're going to have somebody buy you something, give you something here in the next 2 weeks, and watch the process. And then you'll start understanding how you can manifest anything. because you're being called here to save. You could be work in an office, you could be an office worker, maybe you are in a factory and you want to go into administration. Possibly you are a business owner and you're hiring a new administrative assistant or something like that. You could definitely be a professional, but some of you are about to be famous. Honestly, some of you are about to have fame, and don't forget little old me, because some of you are going to be famous. You are going to make it. Some of you definitely could be, there's something else here, guys. You could be a whistleblower. Maybe there's something going on at work, okay? And you don't know if you should rock the boat, if you should say something, if it doesn't sit well with you, if somebody is not, if your employer is doing things that are hurting others, maybe it's time to say something, okay? That could be just for one person, like a whistleblower kind of situation. I do feel a lot of you are trying to be more aware of climate. You're trying to be more aware of recycling. You're trying to be more gentle to Mother Gaia. If you're not, you should really start understanding that we have to be careful on where we're shopping, what consumers we're using. Like, some of these people have sweat factories. They treat their employees terrible overseas. Others, are very bad for the environment. If we would all get on board with this, we could possibly make a change. Some of you want to become an artist. Some of you collect art. Maybe you're going to find a very, very awesome piece of art that's going to be worth a lot of money. There's going to be something here with many working parts. You possibly have a neighbor who is going to offer you something, some kind of job or something. I don't know. I'm just getting this download. Like, you could have a neighbor who's going to be important to you here coming up in the next couple weeks. But whatever the case is, you are going to be recognized for what you are doing. You are going to be recognized at work. You're possibly going to have an advancement. Yes, 9 of Cups coming straight out the deck. Fucking wish fulfillment with award, Scorpio. Oh my gosh, I'm blown away. I claim, Spirit. I claim. Right, guys? Get into it. It is coming. Tell me about this office work, night shift job ending. Maybe you're quitting a job, yeah, because you're really you're dissatisfied there. Your money's fluctuating. There's something, you're extremely weighed down by finances, and you have just had it. Money has been difficult. You have been just robbing Peter to pay Paul, and you are tired of it. So you are finding a new job, Scorpio. Wish fulfillment, sweetheart. If this is what you're doing, if you're looking for a new job, understand it is coming, okay? But you may have to end this, possibly take a job that you don't love, but is better than this, why you figure yourself out, or moonlight, hustle. Tell me about this hustle, taking action. Some of you are actually starting your own businesses. Some of you are not playing around. You could be younger, right? You could be a male. You could be an older female as well. There is something about you moving forward, movement. You're moving residence too. You're possibly buying a new car coming up, but happiness, celebration here. I'm talking a lot of fulfillment. But there's something here. There could be an important document you're about to sign, an important letter you're about to get, right? But you need to demand authority at this point, Scorpio, and communicate something. Maybe there is an employer not treating you well, not treating your coworkers well. Yeah, somebody here is trying to get away with something. Somebody is working for a place that's fucking toxic. You could have your people around you, your coworkers, who are extremely toxic here. I feel like for a lot of you, you feel bound to this job. You feel tied and gagged to this job. Think about what you want to do, Scorp. Make a list of what you want to do, what makes you happy, and then moonlight. How can you make money from doing it? Maybe you can start doing print on demand. Maybe you can start doing affiliate marketing. Maybe you could start a channel. There's something here that you're being guided to do. Tell me about what this tough love is. Something you're being guided to be honest with yourself about as well. Yeah, there's speedy news coming in, some situation. You have to cut your losses at this point. Somebody is trying to win at all cost, and you're being asked to cut your loss. Cut your losses here. Call it an L. Fuck it. call it an L. This isn't working. All right, I'm out. Don't just continue going round and round, fighting with an employer, fighting with a coworker, fighting with a lover, Scorpio. You're being asked to cut your losses and keep it pushing. Um, there is a spiritual lesson. Tell me about the spiritual growth. A spiritual lesson in it all. And yeah, money restrictions, but this is the thing. I feel you're going to test the water. Okay. So the money restrictions that you are currently experiencing are about spiritual growth. I know it's hard to explain, but listen, guys, you don't know what it's like. You can't enjoy the top unless you have felt the bottom. And when you're at the bottom, that's a hard pill to swallow. But think about how good it's going to feel when you come back up, because you will. Don't let anybody, society, a person, anybody keep you down. With taking action, hustling a little bit, moonlighting and manifesting, Scorpio, you can get your way out of this hole. You can do it. I know you can. You can do this, but be patient with yourself, okay? You have got to take these binds off of you. Some of you are bound to a person, bound to a job, bound to something, but you are at the fool's journey, about to take a giant leap. So if you are thinking about changing jobs, if you're thinking about changing career, you are being guided to do that. Now is the time. It's going to be a short journey. It's not going to take very long, okay? You might be guided to travel. Maybe you're being guided to be an Uber or DoorDash in the evenings to try to make up for some of the money that you've lost, or to make up for the bills that you can't pay, and get yourself on your feet. When you're at a better place, you can think clearer. When you're just grasping and barely getting by financially, it's very hard to function. It's very hard to think clearly. You just start saying fuck it and throwing it all out because you can't deal with it. So get yourself in a better position and then start making moves here, Scorpio. There's something you're being asked to do, to work on, to focus on. It's going to pay off for you. You're going to receive some message. Somebody's coming in here to tell you something as well. I feel it's a lover. I feel you're about to get a text message from a lover, possibly a earth sign, possibly a Capricorn, possibly a Sagittarius or a Pisces. But you are very powerful. You are a powerful manifester, Scorpio. You know what you're supposed to be doing. So if you are down right now, you can get yourself out of it, but you have got to be honest with yourself about something. Peace, harmony, needing to take the blindfold off and reassess your situation. The divine is asking you to reassess the situation. I have been placed here in your life today so you can reassess where you should be and how you should be moving as far as your career. So let's see what is coming for Scorpio in finances and career. Yeah, taking these handcuffs off. Feeling bound to the man, feeling bound to that 9 to 5 that you're not even paying your bills with. You can barely get by. It's a terrible place to be. I've been there. We all have, for the most part, right? Any normal human being has been bound to something, but you're being guided and asked to moonlight and to manifest, sweetheart, because you are going to be rewarded by the divine. So start a manifestation journal, start manifesting, start dealing with the blockages that you possibly have about money. Start asking yourself, was I conditioned to think money doesn't grow on trees? Money doesn't grow on trees, or must be, like, just those sayings that we are conditioned to feel and think as we're growing up. Have you been conditioned? Is there something that you need to release there? There's something you need to learn too. Maybe you're being guided to go back to school. Maybe you're being guided here to learn something, but you have rapid potential. There's about to be rapid growth, a new phase. Maybe you're about to give birth or you're about to get pregnant, but for a lot of you, it is just a new phase. And you're being told here that if you learn, if you research, if you continue your spiritual work, it's going to be rapid growth for you, Scorp. Rapid growth, rising like the phoenix. Maybe there's a training you need to take, right? Possibly there's just something you need to, a refresher course I just heard. Maybe there's something you need to branch off in. Say you are, whatever you do, maybe there's a different avenue you can go down to add more growth, right? Master, discipline, work smart, you're being guided to do, right? Structure yourself. That's what you're being. Maybe you're not on a good enough schedule. I got to tell you, when you're self-employed, you have got to stay on a schedule. Maybe you need to get on a better schedule. Take an extra hour before you go into work to gather your thoughts, to pray, to meditate. Get yourself together, because within the next few weeks, and I keep picking this up for you all, something big is going to happen. In the next few weeks, you're going to see a huge difference. Leadership here, forming allies, partnership. Maybe you are finding a partner in something. Maybe you are partnering up with somebody to moonlight and start a business, but take this risk. You have so much potential. There is so much potential here. Oh my gosh, wealth, oh my gosh, resources here. This is really good, Scorpio. If you're dealing with some physical health issues, that's going to get better too. I'm hearing there's something about your physical health that's about to get better. It's time to take action. It's time now. It's time. If you've been thinking about moonlighting, if you've been thinking about changing careers, if you've been thinking about trying stuff with manifestation and blockages, the time is now. Transformation is here. Your soul is transforming. You're growing spiritually, not just financially, not just maturing. You are growing spiritually. I don't care if you are 65. If you are not happy with retirement, or you feel like you can't retire, maybe there's something you should be doing different that you've always wanted to do your whole life. Do it. Do it. What's stopping you? Yes, there's probably a lot, right? Like, it's easy for me to say, like, well, first of all, money, time, right? Resources. But I'm telling you, there's always a way. If there's something you want to do, you can find a way. These days, you can go to school online, or school for a trade online for next to nothing if you qualify financially. Maybe you just feel like you're not smart enough, or you don't have it in you. That is not true. And if somebody told you that, then they can fuck off. If somebody told you your whole life that college isn't for you, or you're not smart enough, right now, understand, I'm telling you that you are capable of anything. Maybe you have to work a little harder. Maybe you're not book smart. Oh, well, you'll get it with persistence, with discipline, and with structure. You're going to be able to do this, guys. This is super good. Be receptive here. Use your intuition. Have courage and focus. Have the courage and focus. I am open in my mind and my heart to receiving the blessings I deserve. Period. Blessings coming in for you all, money coming in, some reward for this past life connection you've been dealing with, right? Maybe this past life connection has got you so far down, you just are losing money, you're losing sleep, you're losing, in general, you feel. Maybe it's about pulling yourself out of it, and how wonderful you'll feel on the other side. You are all leaders. You can do anything you put your mind to. If you want it, Scorpio, it's time to come out. Get out and get it. Speak what you have to say. Show the universe who you are. Show people in your life who the fuck they're messing with. You are all winners. Every day and every way, you get better and better. Love and light.